Hello, hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome to another week here at PlanElt Zoo. I am Eltanin. I'm one of the community managers here at Frontier. You can generally find me here every Tuesday, and this week it's just me and you guys, and we're going to hang out and have some PlanElt Zoo fun. But first off, let's see who is here. I'm seeing some of our people who are here every week. I'm seeing, of course, our wonderful moderators. I'm seeing Osric, I'm seeing Heather, I'm seeing Lydia from my team. So hello, Lydia, and thank you for your help today. I'm seeing Eben already going along with the rule of the stream, which has always be nice to Eltanin. Be very, very nice to Eltanin all the time and love them very, very much. Which, for people who don't know, is a meme I like and post a lot, and now it's just become a thing here on the stream. Also, I have my headphones today, so I can hear the otter sounds. Hello, Akakik, and welcome to the Frontier fan. Thank you very much for following. So, for those of you who are new here, maybe don't know what we're doing, this is PlanElt Zoo, a community zoo stream where we come together and slowly build a zoo project and see what we make, because I had only ever really played career mode and figured what better way to learn and be a bit more creative and show that you can do it and you don't have to be daunted than doing it live here along with all of you. And I have improved a lot. We are now on episode 20. This is the 20th episode. I cannot believe it has been 20 weeks of this. And I think you can see the improvement already, and I can't wait to see where we are in another 20 episodes, if we ever get that far. So without further ado, I suppose, why don't we jump right in over to PlanElt Zoo. So it's just going to be to me and you guys again, and that means I should probably continue my Otter enclosure. But for anybody here who is new, we will do a quick Numa round of PlanElt Zoo, because we haven't done that in a little while. So why not? So we come in our entrance, and this is not all built by me. Some of this is also featuring a lot of community builds, because I like to highlight things you guys build either specifically for this project or things you've just made in general. We've also had some competitions, some other stuff, and I like to use this as a way to highlight the amazing work that you guys do, because God knows that you are by far the best builders that we have. You put us to shame. No matter how good I become, there is always going to still be one of our community members who has like 2,000 hours in this game that is just blasting through. And that's what I love to highlight. I love to make this a collaborative project that shows everything off. So you come in, you head over, you've got this whole staff area, which is a community build. You can get this, if you go back to one of our previous episodes, you'll be able to find the link to the workshop for this. And then you've got my first little enclosure, our badgers, that became my motif. Every single one of them is named after me. They're all different adaptations of my name. And they are lovely, and they match. Badgers have become my motif on the stream. No spoilers as to why. Might be slightly obvious, given the hair. I have a penchant for black and white animals. Nonetheless, this was my first little enclosure. We already come back once and improved it a little bit, but we have come a long way from then. We then have a couple of other ones that were all built. We've got this, which was the winner of a community competition. We have a bunch of wonderful little fan builds for shops and things off the community workshop. We have this giant exhibit area that was made by, I believe, Jurassic, which is huge as a giant feature in the zoo. You come round, we have some penguins, and here we have the two penguins mirroring each other based on which type they are. So you've got, on this side, here, take one of the friends, here you've got your African penguins. Oh, I clicked on a baby, and it's called Pingu. This is so cute. Look at the baby penguin. So on this side, of course, you have your African penguins, and on this side, you have all of your king penguins. This one's called Levi, so, you know. Maybe he's trans-masculine, considering one in every 3 trans guys is called Levi because of Attack on Titan. It's either Levi or Kai. And I'm allowed to say this because this is me as well. I'm just one of the anomalies. Then you have our Red Crown Crane exhibit. Here they are. Here's the cranes. And they're having a really lovely time. Anyway. You have our Pride display, which is my favourite build from Pride last year. So I had to include it. And now we are working on this otter enclosure, which the request for me to do as a challenge was to have underwater viewing, which I have done. And so now I'm fleshing out and getting it all finished. The last time I was doing this, I did see some people commenting that like I've put a bunch of the ice blocks and stuff underwater so they end up like floating and being unreachable. I know. It wasn't done for functionality. It was done for aesthetic. The aesthetic is important. But that's who I am as a person. The rest of it can be functional, but aesthetic. So yeah, this week we're going to be cracking on with this. But as I've been rambling, I'm going to see what you guys have been saying. So what have I missed? Well, I'll be doing my little recap of PlanElt Zoo. Seeing some other frequent names here. I'm seeing Swifty, so hello, thank you for being here again. Seeing somebody saying, nice looking zoo, small but efficient. It is small so far, but it's gonna grow and grow and grow. We have so much room, and so this is what we've done thus far, but it is definitely gonna just keep expanding, and I'm really excited to see how big this ends up as our little project together by the time we're done with it. I'm not sure when, but partway through, I'm gonna eventually take the entire thing, put it on the Steam Workshop, and let you guys have some fun with it, but I'm not sure when yet. We'll figure it out. I'll find a time. And I've just seen Caesar come in. Hello, welcome. Always good to have you here. So I suppose I should get back to foliaging because I nearly finished up last week, but ran out of time. Well, the last week I was here 2 weeks ago, but ran out of time. So let's do that again. Make sure I've got all my filters on. Because I ended up picking a bunch of stuff because I missed a filter last time, and then it didn't work and I had to delete it. And I don't want to have to go through that again. The emotional turmoil of placing foliage and then having to remove it. Right. Where needs some more detailing? Where looks a bit empty? Honestly, the outer walls and then up this hill. So I maybe need some like flowers and vegetation to make this plant really nice. Ooh, otter sound. Hello, Quo. Welcome to the Frontier fam, and thank you very much for following. Right. So I'm thinking we get some mixed vegetation just growing up this hill in places. Because I like varied texture. I think it helps make things look a bit more alive. Well, that's gone vertical. We don't want that. And we're just going to place loads and loads of them. Today when I was booting this build up, it took a while to load and I was like, oh no. We've finally gotten to the point where PlanElt Zoo is big enough to cause loading delays. So I can just imagine how bad it's going to get once we get to the point that it's a rather larger build. These are slightly levitating, but that's fine because I'm going to stick some bushes there. And me sticking bushes means, do I actually stick bushes or do I stick trees on the floor? Might be trees on the floor. Eben says they really love the baobab trees in this exhibit. Thank you! I really like some of the more distinct trees around, stop zooming, around all this, which is why I like that these two contrast so much as well. And I just really like them. I also like the height it gives to the zoo overall. Like if you're coming round, I like that you can just see this giant tree. I think it's a nice feature. I'm a sucker in general for a good tree though, but my bias will always be willows. I love a willow tree. Right. What do I want to place? And now you guys get to have fun where I am indecisive about plants again. I could stick some century plant friends. I was going to call them cactuses. They're not cactuses, they're just spiky. I mean, I would say potato, but then somebody's going to be like a really big fan of cactuses and get upset that I compared these plants. I am not a plant expert, I'm sorry. It's not what they pay me for. I kill every plant I touch. I'm infamously bad with plants. I admire people that are good with plants. Like, good job, not me. I have kept one plant alive, I think, ever. When I moved down here for this job, I gave it away. I didn't want to have to move it across country. It seemed like too much work. This is cute so far. Varied vegetation. This is what we like. We like things to look a bit more natural and alive. And then, I can't actually remember which plant I used around here. It was the nettles. Okay, let's get some of them on this side. In the rocks. So as it grows round all areas. Because I just think it makes the rocks look a bit more, you know, lived. Where else? How do I turn off aligned surface? What have I still got on? Have I turned you off? Did I turn off the wrong thing? I think I might have turned off random rotation, but we're fine. Oh, the other Jens is here again. Hello, hello. For those of you who maybe don't know, one of our other community managers is called Jens. You can often find him here streaming Zoo with me, which turns into absolute chaos. Jens and I have very chaotic energy together, and we are a bad influence on each other on streams. Speaking actually of Jens and of the fact that that African penguin that we clicked on was called Pingu. So Jens's partner, I was visiting them both at the weekend and discovered that Jens's partner can do like a disturbingly accurate Pingu impression. It actually kind of threw me for a loop. Like, I was not they were like, oh yeah, I could do a Pingu impression. I didn't expect it to be so accurate. It was rather trippy. So there's your fun Jens fact of the day. Jens adjacent fact. I'm thinking this could be nice if it like grows down to the floor. And I know I could set it so as it rotates in it, but I like the fact that all the tendrils are facing in the same direction, so it looks like it's all one grown plant. I like it. I think it's a A nice touch. Maybe put it a bit higher up on this side as well. There we go. Yay. Plant. Yen's fact of the day, new daily segment, the PlanElt Zoo Twitter. Don't think I could get away with posting that on the official channels, but, you know, maybe I'll try and find a way to work it into my personal ones. If people just really want that top tier Yen's trivia. I think Yen's will kill me. Do I want one like up here? Yeah, let's have the odd bit just growing on the top. That's quite nice. This is making this area look a lot more alive. Now, I'm thinking we add some rocks in here. So that next. I'm also just like chilling to the music I can hear in the background. I like streaming with headphones because I'm able to enjoy how good the zoo soundtrack is. Which I know several people here will relate to, considering many of you are also big fans and find it equally as relaxing. Because you are people of taste. Even before starting at Frontier, in particular, the Planet Coaster soundtrack has always been one of my, like, background working. Hit my mouse on the other keyboard. It's always been one of my background working playlists. I just think it's really good work music. Seeing Simba saying they're playing PlanElt Zoo right now and working on a new zoo entrance, putting the new conservation pieces to use. That will look so nice. The new conservation pieces are some of my favourite. I'd be really interested to see which pieces you're utilising in it. I really, really love the like natural wood and green energy that the conservation pack has. Like aesthetically, it is by far my favourite to have come out. It matches my personal decorating style and preferences quite heavily. I'm also seeing Yen's, not Frontier Yen, saying it is weird seeing their name all the time even if it's not about them. Yeah, I can imagine. It always makes our Yens giggle that there's another Yen's. Because it's not exactly the most common name over here where we are in Britain. I don't like that rock. That's a bad boulder. Must be fussy about my boulder placement. No. Maybe? No. I think I need smaller ones. Don't know how small, just taking it bit by bit. But smaller. Ah, Chat Yens is a Belgium Yens. Ours is a Norway Yens. So there's the difference. There's how we'll be able to differentiate the two of you. Eben's at it with the puns. That's a bit of a boring choice of rock. We need to go for something bolder. Glad to know that even without Jens here, somebody's keeping the dad jokes alive. I'm far more likely to pay attention to that rather than you taunting me with bad music in the chat. Which I did see. I did miss it. I'm just choosing to ignore it. Already going against the one rule we have here. How could you forget? Be nice to Eltanin. All the time. I need a rock that's... No, it's mid-size. That might work. I need a good mid-size rock. And then where do I want little pieces kind of sticking out for some interesting texture? I like to taper areas. And then maybe something here, and that might be good. I don't know if we need anything else, actually. Let me see if I can find something that's quite probably cladding to just go in this corner a little bit. But I don't even know if we need it, really. We shall see. Just a little piece of cladding. Yeah, cute. An area for them to frolic in a sprinkler. Seeing Bold saying hello ZooTubers. Hello Bold, welcome in. Always good to see you. My rubber duck has fallen over. Oh no. Alexa, play How to Save a Life by The Fray. Tiny violin for the duck. Nonetheless. Well, let's get some more nettles in here so we keep the consistency of having the rocks look a little bit worn. So we want a line to surface again, and we want to just tuck them in some of the areas. Try and get this at the right angle I want, and then if we get it there and then stick stuff in the rock, it tends to be about the right vibe. Do I want stuff in this little area? Or is it too much? Might need the smaller nettles. I feel like I've scrolled past them. I got distracted by the chat. But yeah, generally aside from that, how is everybody? How are people? Have you? Ooh, Otter. Hello, License to Game. Welcome. Thank you very much for following, and welcome to the Frontier fam. But yeah, how is everyone? How have you been doing? How's life? Tell me about yourself. How's your mom? How's your family? I'm good. Thanks for asking. Can I not find the nails? I'm just going to search. My brain is blanking on nails. There we go. I was not registering what they look like. Be interested in knowing what you've all been up to. Oh, while I remember as well, I have actually seen a few people asking about the Pride competition and about the winner for it. If you did not see, we have announced the winner on all of our social media accounts, so you can find it and you can see the winning entry. It is absolutely incredible, and the photo does not do it justice. I would really recommend going in and having a look. It was this absolutely gorgeous build that the entire zoo is viewed via a gondola ride, and the gondola, as you go along it from top down, spells out, I believe it's Love Wins, over a Progress Pride flag. and that each section of the Progress Pride flag, each of the stripes, is a different animal habitat. And it goes over the entire of it as like a top-down gondola experience. It is incredible, and it's one of the most unique uses I've seen of the gondola in PlanElt Zoo, which is always something I always find very impressive as well, because the rides daunt me. So it's absolutely worth a look. And yeah, you can find it on all of our social media, and I did link it yesterday on our forums when somebody was asking who the winner had been. Quick apology from me about why that took a while to come out. I was just sick for a little bit. And because of needing to check some pretty substantial sized builds that had been put in, such as that one, I needed to be in the office to be able to check, and I hadn't been in because I needed the big beefy PC to be able to load them. And sometimes it's not a conspiracy from PlanElt Zoo. Sometimes I'm just human. Right, I was going to get some meadow flowers or something here again to stick some texture down on part of the ground and see what it looks like, to decide if I want any before moving on. Is there anywhere I think could use this? Maybe tapering out from here some more? Do we want that? That could become quite cute on this side, I think. Leading like round, just to kind of frame more into this bit. Ooh, that changed very much from where I wanted it to be. If I get this right the way around here, I think this will look really nice. Around all this area. The only issue is it's going to cause it to float at sections, which I don't like. We all know I'm fussy about random floating. I don't know what concert you're on about for making arrangements for even, but I'm sorry you're nervous. I'm sure you'll do great at whatever it is. Oh, I remember people were also stressing that I'd put this with no supports, and I'm still tempted to keep it there, just for the chaos. Okay, this side now looks a lot better. It still looks a bit barren on this side, so I need to figure out what to put here. I might put some stones in, scattered down it. That can maybe look quite nice, but let's change it up and use maybe like some savanna rocks and have almost like some stepping stones going down. Let's turn off align to surface, so that's going to be really annoying. Let's turn on random rotation though. Cannot remember the shortcut for that off my head, so let's do this. Yeah, what I'm thinking is we make like a little stepping stone path. We have to change between rocks every now and then to get a bit more variation in there. No. Maybe this one? Obviously it doesn't have to actually look flat and even, considering it is for some otters. But we'll see what I think looks good. That's going to be too big. Maybe I do want it to align to surface. Oh, you're working on like an actual music concert for the end of the year? Well, you have all my best wishes in the world. I very much hope it goes well for you, and I'm sure it'll turn out great. You'll have to let me know how it goes. That's really interesting. I genuinely do like hearing about what you guys are up to, how your lives are. Was it Swifty who was on holiday recently? I think you went on holiday to Iceland, if I remember correctly. Because I try and pay attention. And you tweeted me some photos of it, and it looked really nice. It was really cool. I love seeing stuff like that. That's way too big. Okay. And then if I work in some other stones, will that make it balanced right and look like the vibe I want? Bold, yes. Okay, so before I say this, I'm going to explain. There is a common thing on the internet where people think Scottish people can't say a certain thing, and obviously I'm Scottish. However, I work in media, so I have softened my accent very heavily to be able to say most stuff, combined with it depends on what coast of Scotland you're from. So yes, I can say purple burglar alarm. Sorry to disappoint you. I know what you want from me, but I can say purple burglar alarm. I'm not West Coast. I'm East Coast Scottish, and I've got a softened accent. So unfortunately, I cannot give you the meme content of me being unable to say that. I don't know if this means I'm gonna get like my Scotland card revoked, but that is. I've had so many people over the years ask me that one because it's so infamous. I always have to be like, I'm really sorry to disappoint you. Even saying we'll give it to you, you can perfectly pronounce it. Yeah, I work in communications. I have to be on camera every week. Before Frontier, I used to do like events hosting and stuff. Like I had to be able to talk, and I knew that my career was going to be very focused in like the public sphere. So part of what I worked on in my like personal life was easing up my accent. To make myself easily understood by your average person, because I know that Scottish can be difficult for some people. I actually can't even do my actual original accent anymore, should I say? Because I've trained myself so hard to not speak like it anymore that I can't do it. However, Jens does find it very funny when I speak about Scotland or get like onto the topic of Scottish things. I progressively get more Scottish and I can't control it. So that's how my accent comes back out a bit stronger. Also happens when I'm like around my dad, which probably isn't that surprising considering he's very, very Scottish. Saying that's impressive because I also make my living talking in front of people and I can't even do words right. I mean, while explaining this, I did also mispronounce like 3 words. We're all human. And I'm definitely not infallible in any way, shape, or form. We're all just doing our best. But I can say purple burglar alarm. I do like that you, like, not bold, but I do like that even doubted me though and was like, oh, we'll give it to you, you can say that one. As if I was lying. As if I was faking you all out that I can say it. Maybe it's all just an elaborate ruse. Maybe I'm not even saying it right now. Maybe I have it on my Stream Deck. I have a button that voices somebody else really similarly doing an impression of me saying it, but it's not actually me, and I'm just lip syncing it. Lip syncing it live. In case anybody's questioning, that was a joke. Sometimes I question which things I have to clarify. Sometimes people take things I say as jokes with a bit too much credit sometimes. There. Okay. This side of this enclosure is starting to actually look visually interesting enough. So this side isn't too bad, and it doesn't need to be as interesting because this isn't a viewing area. So long as it's accessible for the staff and the backdrop is nice, that's kind of what we care about. But I probably want to put some more stuff up here, and then we're probably good to go. Apparently, the fact that I've said it 3 times the exact same way makes it confident it's a Stream Deck. How else am I meant to say it? It's still my voice. Like, if I say it in a different accent, I'm then not saying it. Also, I can't do accents other than, like, really Glaswegian, which is a different Scottish accent, or like a really, really bad Essex accent, which I can only do by impersonating a guy from the original Pokemon anime. Like, accents are not my forte. So, what do you want from me? Oh, also, I forgot there's this giant hole I needed to fill in with rocks. Whoops. So I guess I'll do that. More rock placement. Thrilling. Bet you guys love me. I love me. I find this very relaxing. This is a very chill way to spend my Tuesdays. I could say it in a squeaky voice or something. What? Can I even do a squeaky? Have you heard how deep set my voice is? Like, I don't know how else I could possibly say this to prove to you that this is in fact my voice. What happens if I say each word individually? So then you got proof that it's not just sound bites. Do it in my best, I still call him Stan, impression. I don't know if I could. So here, interesting Elt fact of the day. Since we've had a Jens one, here's your Elt fact of the day. I can't hear or recall people's voices. Some people have a thing called, I think it's called aphantasia, where they have no visual ability. They can't see anything when they close their eyes. I'm not quite that bad. I'm not far off it though. If I close my eyes, it's just black, imagination-wise. But I can still kind of visualize stuff, but it's almost more like through a story. I can't actually see it. But when it comes to audio, I can't do it at all. I don't think my thoughts in my own voice. I don't think them in any voice. When I'm reading things from my friends, I don't read them in their voices. I can't remember what their voices sound like unless I hear audio recordings of it. I can remember music, but I can't remember voices, which is part of the reason that I suck so much with accents, because it's really hard to impersonate an accent you can't remember. So I really struggle on picking up people's voices, and then I really struggle with picking up people's accents in person and pinpointing where people are from, because I have no audio memory of where they are from. So there's an interesting, weird little fact that some people find really jarring about my brain. Some people really can't fathom, especially the whole, like, I don't hear things in my head in a voice. That one tends to get people. because most people obviously hear stuff in their own voice or in something else, but nope, not me. I just kind of think it. All my thoughts are kind of like reading. So that's how my imagination kind of works as well. So when I picture something, I picture it the same way I would if I was visualizing something as I was reading it on a page. Most of my thoughts are the same. It feels like it's not silent. I'm reading it in my head, but there's no voice. The easiest way I can explain it is it's kind of like when you have on TikTok or similar, when you have the like AI voice read something out. It's very monotone and it's just saying it. It's kind of like that. I feel like this is going to have tripped somebody out. It normally trips somebody out when I mention this. I told Fran about this not long ago because Fran didn't know, and Fran was baffled. It's actually really sad in a lot of ways. Slight sad warning. Obviously it means like I can't remember my loved ones' voices or anything like that. And if anything ever happens to them, I won't be able to remember them, which is part of why I keep so many videos, because it means that no matter what, I will be able to remember them. And that's really important to me. I actually think it's quite a sweet thing because it gives me a reason to keep lots and lots and lots of videos to be able to hear people's voices. Seeing somebody saying, how am I doing today? Elle, I am good, thank you. How are you? Also, welcome. Thank you for asking. I'm just having a chill little day. We ordered bubble tea here in the office again. People may remember a stream where I came on and I had 2 bubble teas because I couldn't decide on a flavour and I was just sitting here drinking them both for the whole stream. I ordered a mango sago and had that today during meetings, and it was very nice. So I only finished it literally about 5 minutes before stream. I'm in a pretty good mood. I'm always in a good mood when I've got bubble tea. Where are the vines? I was going to see if I am actually going to need to line this to surface and then just change it afterwards. Probably going to be my best bet. I'm wondering if vines hanging under here might look nice. Right. Let's get some really awkward rotation on the go. Where would this look good, if anywhere? Needs to go. Maybe just slightly more this way. How's that look? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I just need some more stuff up here because it looks a bit empty. Internally, I am Stephen Hawking. I mean, not quite, but I mean, I guess same vibes, slightly. Less robotic. I know there's no easier way to explain it than like voice prompters, which makes it sound very, very robotic. But it's not like I hear a very digitized voice in my head. It's more just, that's the easiest way to explain that there's no distinct voice. It's just monotone. It's just neutral. There's no actual voice, which also means like I have to think up an imagined tone when reading stuff to be able to get the gist, because I don't hear it being said in like a specific way. It's a very odd one to try and explain to people, especially people that have this voice in their head, so they have no idea what it's like. Which is most people. And then people tend to be baffled by it as well and ask, like, if that's not, like, really sad, or if I don't feel like I'm missing out or something. I'm like, no, because I've never known any differently, you know? Like, I have never had this mysterious voice in my head that some of you all do. To me, it's always just been quiet. So I still have thoughts. It's not like head empty. I mean, maybe it's like head empty. I give the brain cell to my cat too often. But he needs it. Lord knows he doesn't have one of his own. Poor Merlin. Seeing Eben laughing at the idea that I still have thoughts. Well, I just wanted to clarify. It's not just head empty. Merlin in a backpack was one of the highlights of my weekend. Thank you! That was for visiting Jens. So for everyone, Merlin is my cat. Merlin is a big fluffy ragdoll. I love him very much. I will love nothing more in my life, ever. He is everything to me. I also have a very itchy ear. Do not mind me. That was annoying. I adore Merlin. And the way I carry Merlin about is in a backpack that looks like a Pokeball. I have a big cat backpack that is painted to look like a Pokeball, and in front of it, it's got a window he can stick his head out of. It actually unfolds and becomes a tent. The whole back of it expands and then sits down, and then he can, like, run around. Ooh! Hello, Exegfo. Welcome to the Frontier fam, and thank you very much for following. But yeah, it has this, like, giant area. He never uses it because he's a big coward and likes to hide in the corner anytime I take him out. But I am going to Canada soon, and while I'm away, Jens is going to be looking after Merlin, which means that I went round at the weekend, so as Merlin could have a play date with Jens's cat, Simba. And that went about exactly how you would expect when Merlin is one of the biggest cowards you'll ever meet. So, yeah. But that's what we anticipated. We figured it would be a like slow progress thing. We just wanted them to have some exposure with me, like Merlin getting a chance to be around it while I was here. So as he felt a bit safer and had some time to adapt. And then I'm sure once they have to spend more time together for a prolonged period of time, because I will be away, they will warm up to each other just fine. So hopefully we'll get some good videos off of Jens while I'm away of them bonding. I don't like that, it's too bold. No offense to our bold. My nose is also itchy. What's with my ear and my nose and everything? Why am I suddenly being attacked by the itch monster? What am I doing in Canada? Jurassic asks. I am visiting my partner. I am in a long distance relationship. Transatlantic long distance relationship. So I have not seen my partner since the very start of June. And I am going across for my birthday and for Canadian Thanksgiving to go and be able to see them again finally. And I am very, very excited. I'm going across for holiday. bold saying they're offended. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with being bold. This spot was just too bold compared to everything else. I know this is an underwater plant. I'm just wondering if it would be a cute vibe. Because I don't know, this area looks weirdly empty now. But maybe it doesn't matter because it's the entrance area. Maybe I'm actually just being a bit too fussy. Maybe this is good to go. It does look pretty cute. Few things that need done though. I do need to add some accessibility stuff here. I'm wondering how I could try and make the walls look a bit less boring. If anybody has any ideas of something that would be cute to add, any construction pieces they would recommend that I could detail around there with. And then I'm going to need to fill in this whole area with rocks because this looks so bad. Evans just said, on the topic of your partner, I almost sent you an Instagram reel 2 days ago because it was so on brand for you, only to realise on the very last moment it was my partner. What reel? Send me it. I want to know that. But thank you, Jens, for saying have fun in Canada. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll be posting photos on my socials if anybody wants to see them. I cannot explain how excited I am. Hold on. I have my phone here and I will check. 23 days and 17 hours. So, yes, I am very, 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 very excited. And then Imperia saying, gasp, so you do have a soul and feelings. For them I do. I have all of the feelings in the world and will unashamedly simp on Maine for them, and I will show all the love in the world to my cat. That's it. That's what you get. Aside from that, I am an unfeeling robot. Clearly, I have no emotions. I need an animal talk point. That's what I need. So I'm thinking an animal talk would be cute here because this is where they're hopefully going to be playing and stuff. And so it seemed like kind of a nice area to have as a talk point. I'll need to add this to the work zone, but let's put this for October since we're talking about my birthday. And then I'm going to stick some more benches. Ow, hand cramp. I'm being cursed with everything. What's happening? Bold saying they couldn't find my TikTok. Feels really weird to advertise my TikTok on this stream, but if you want to follow me on TikTok for lots of cosplay content, it's Princely Pigeon. That's just what I go by. Jurassic pointing out, I love the PlanElt Zoo community, so you love more than you admit. Shh. Don't out my softness. People aren't meant to know. Me loving the PlanElt Zoo community is clearly a secret. Why did I search the word benches instead of just going? It's clearly a secret. You guys don't know I love you. Pfft. Of course not. That would be ridiculous. I've never told you that even once. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, these two won't let me go together. That's going to frustrate me so much. Okay, like that and then a bin. Heather saying El hates us. No, I do not. I will go along with jokes about me being unfeeling, but I definitely do not hate you guys. I'm very, very fortunate to work with the project I do, to work with the community I do. I know I say it so often. I know I'm now being soft, but it's true. I'm very lucky as well to get to work on a game that's so connected to, like, franchises I genuinely love. Like, obviously everybody here is a big simulation game fan. I've always also been a big simulation game fan. So many simulation games have been like my whole life, my whole thing. there's the standards. I used to be a huge Zoo Tycoon fan, of course. I played PlanElt Zoo before I ever got the job here. But one that I do always find, I don't know, slightly amusing is that I used to be the biggest Harvest Moon fan, to the point that I used to carry around I was a very cool kid in primary school. And when I was in primary school, I had a colour-coded binder that I used to carry around with me. And I used to play PlanElt Zoo during my lunch breaks. PlanElt Zoo? I wish. I used to play Harvest Moon during my lunch breaks. And I used to keep notes of all my profit margins and of everything I found. And then I would like colour code them with highlighters and like tabs and do like profit calculations to try and min-max the game. And I used to actually help with giving the information I found from running through these games to people online that used to write walkthroughs on like old walkthrough websites. So I've always been here in the sim game community for a long, long time. Right, back to seeing if I can maybe find something else to just make this wall look a bit less empty, because I don't like it. People saying that's awesome and that they love that. Thank you. It really, people didn't think it was awesome when I was in primary school, but people now do. Now that being a bit of a nerd has been a bit more accepted, it's become a lot more okay for the fact that that's what I was like as a kid. But I was always perfectly okay with it. I'm still a gigantic fan of that franchise. T-Rex asking what is her name. First off, not her, completely fine. You do not know, I don't have my pronouns up publicly, but I go by he, they pronouns. Either is fine. I'm non-binary, and my name is Eltanin. It can be shortened in multiple ways, and I don't really have a preference for which. So you can call me Eltanin, you can call me El, you can call me Elt. I've got people who call me Elton or Elta. I have one friend that calls me Tan. The only one I do not like is Ellie. So long as you don't call me Ellie, we're all good. I've had so many colleagues here at Frontier be like, which one do you prefer? Like, what do you want me to call you? I'm like, I really don't care. I like all of them. All of them are good to go. If you can come up with a new one, on you go. I'll tell you if I hate it or not. And this is your first time seeing me in a Frontier stream. Hello! I am generally always here every Tuesday for PlanElt Zoo, or in any PlanElt Zoo special streams or anything else that's going on. You will almost always find me if it's zoo stuff. So welcome, and it is lovely to meet you. And even calling me out saying that I'm being extra wholesome this stream. So yeah, you're getting soft me this stream. I guess. Even saying new rule to PlanElt Zoo streams, normalise Elt being extra soft. No, this is a one-off. You made me talk about my partner, you brought my walls down. It's a personal attack. Bold saying if you're in the worst part of Canada, you can come ride a horse. I don't know what you class as the worst part of Canada. Different Canadians have very different opinions on that, but I'm going to be in Ontario. Also being called out for a robot using a stream deck to say purple burglar alarm. I don't know how to possibly say this different so you can believe that I'm actually saying it. Like, I know you do believe it, because there's no way I could be stream decking this and lip syncing it perfectly every time. Especially because you can see my hands when I say purple burglar alarm. But like, I can't do accents, and I'm not going to try so it doesn't go offensive. But like, you always join the Friday streams, you had time today and that's why you joined too. Well, thank you, T-Rex. That means you're probably used to seeing Jens if you're joining Friday streams, which means you're probably used to being on Jurassic streams. You can often find Jens here joining me. I bring on some of the other CMs to play with me and have some fun whenever they have some free time. And me and Jens always end up in absolute chaos together. So if you tune in any random days when you can, you might end up seeing Jens some more. But thank you for finding the time and coming to see what I'm up to. It's always appreciated. I've decided to continue the vegetation thing that I've had going on for a lot of this build. And we're gonna make things kind of mossy. Let's go behind the lamppost, as if the lamppost being there has kind of, all the water's dripped off of it and made it even mossier. I'm really sorry that people have to watch me be so particular. Well, not that sorry, but, you know. It's polite to apologise. Try and make this wall look a bit more visually interesting, because I did not like it. What did I miss? Eltanin, please, you do TikToks. You could perfectly lip sync. You do it all the time. Yeah, but that's not live. I don't think I could lip sync perfectly live all the time. Jenna asking, what about Elo or Elsie? Elo would probably just throw me off because it's too close to hello. And I come from Britain, so I'm used to people saying like hello, hello. So no on that. And then Elsie is like Ellie. It's too feminine. Which is why, like, Elta is fine because it's quite neutral, but Ellie has very, very, like, very feminine vibes, and Elsie is quite similar. But it's nice to see people trying to make new ones. I'm always intrigued to see what people can come up with. It's always interesting seeing the additions people try and add to my collection of names. I feel like I'm hoarding them like a dragon. Me just hoarding names and genders. People telling me to visit different zoos and stuff in Canada. I'm not going to have the time, unfortunately. Maybe next time I go. I'm only going to be there for about a week and a half. So, Bold asking if they can call me Rick. Yes. Yes, you can call me Rick. Absolutely. Why not? Lydia saying that I do great TikToks. It's weird that people are talking about my TikTok on a zoo stream, but thank you. I hit 15k like this month. I was very happy. And then Bold saying I'm actually 3 perfectly lip syncing otters in a trench coat with a stream deck of words. I'm covering up everything, but my tag has my name. Actually does say wearing a trench coat, because I am miscellaneous things wearing a trench coat meme is quite common for me. Not helped by the fact that I'm quite short. So I could just be miscellaneous things wearing a trench coat. Do I want some pallets at the side? This doesn't make any sense for them to be there, but I just quite like pallets. I have random rotation on and that's really annoying. I don't want that. I find pallets just aesthetically pleasing, so now there's going to be some random pallets stacked at the back of the otter enclosure. T-Rex asking if they can call me crazy zoo manager. I mean, I guess that's just my job. So, I can't really stop you from that one. I get paid to be here every week and just cause chaos. Imperius said Eltanin crane. I love that considering the chaos I have caused with this crane enclosure. Saying PlanElt Zoo is quite customizable. It's very customizable. You can do so much. and sometimes we go really deep into what we're placing. On these streams, oddly, I haven't used a whole load of construction pieces, whereas normally I do quite a lot in my like franchise and career zoos, because I used to really like decorating things in specific ways. But since I've been playing this, I tend to get more involved in foliage, so I'm trying to place some little odds and ends around and just make the place feel kind of alive. Do we have, what otter signs have we got? It's going to go on everything, not just a specific area. Right, so this is the Asian small clawed. I could put an otter sign up by animal talk point. Oh my god, I could have them. I can mirror them, but I need to flip them. But I could have them looking at each other. This might look horrible, but I'm going to see what it looks like. I need to stop myself wiggling, but I realised I was doing the wrong thing. So give me 2 seconds. Why do you not rotate on axis? Oh, fine. Fine, I'll manually rotate you. Let me... Must you? Must you? Fine. They're friends! There. And already this is starting to look a bit less barren on this side. I didn't like how it was looking. For the Spanish version of Eltanin, Eltanin? Why? Eltanator or Eltanosaurus Rex? Sure. Why not? Very amused by people just saying Rick. Fun Jens fact of the day: a young Jens reaches the age of maturity when he realises he has legs. Oh no, I need that screenshot so I can send it to Jens because he's already gone home. Please somebody tweet Jens that. It's a reference to an old stream that I think you can find. It's like somebody clipped it. I think if you look through our clips you can find it, where Jens forgot he had legs. Anyway, I'm thinking I need one more thing to go over here to make this place look a bit more put together. We've got our little animal talk point. Try not to keep it too busy because there'll be a crowd of people here. And we've got some benches. So either I could put something else on the wall, or maybe we just need like a little flower box. What are people thinking? I could do my standard sunflowers, which I do love. I could stick some sunflowers here. That could be quite cute. It's not a bad shout. I could even use the little conservation pot that we love. Or I can use a standard terracotta if people would prefer. But this could be quite cute. I'll stick this here now. The T-Rex, this is a sandbox challenge. Not challenge, it's just a sandbox zoo. Also, for saying you're a little too chatty, not at all. You're here to chat away to me and to everybody else here. That's what we love, and you are more than welcome to be as chatty as you like here in the stream. So do not apologise at all. But as for this, yes, this is a sandbox project. This is PlanElt Zoo, lovingly named after me, Elt. Where every week I come and I flesh it out a bit more with some of you guys' community builds, some of my own builds, and we just make a happy little zoo together, filled with happy little intentional things and accidents. And so far it's this big. This is everything we've got so far. And this is episode 20. We've done this for 20 weeks now. And we're excited to see how big it gets in the next 20 weeks. Oh, I need to turn off all my tabs. Turn off the filters. This needs to not be so big. Little sunflower. Maybe it actually would look nicer as a bit bigger. Best plant. Best plant. There's going to be so many sunflowers around this zoo. Now that we have them from the conservation pack, they're going to be everywhere. I love them. I realised what we don't have. And suddenly all is right in the world. Much better. Much better. Heather saying squirrels. Yeah. We must have squirrel topiaries. I didn't even see Heather's message saying there's a topiary squirrel that placed a lot. We are on the same wavelength, me and Heather. We know what's going on. My ADHD got there in the end. Eventually ADHD brain will remember the things they were actually meant to do. Now it's forgotten the other thing I was going to do, though. I got distracted by the squirrels, which makes me feel like the dog from Up. I was talking about the sunflowers. I placed the sunflower. What else was I going to do? I was going to put the rest of the otters in this enclosure. That is what I was going to do. Because I can't remember if we placed them all. Did we? We should. What's wrong with your habitat? You were happy last time. What have I done? Oh, I've messed up the temperature. Okay, that's fair. Brain cannot remember how to adjust the temperature. I need a cooler. That's what I need. Okay. What temperature is this enclosure? Is it too hot or is it too cold? I don't remember what the temperature... How do I check that? I don't remember how I do this. I've not had to do it in so long. There we go. Yeah, it's too hot. It's way too hot. At least that looks too hot. I think it needs to be more in the like yellow range. So we need some coolers. Let's stick, see if I can just kind of masquerade them in the water to allow me to place them slightly better. Let's see if that actually works. Let them adjust the temperature. And see if that fixes things. There we go. Still slightly not great. Oh, I need to fix some other things, but I know it can't be reached. It was intentional. I wanted it for the aesthetic. I'm just going to have to delete the ones that I want for the aesthetic, because otherwise it's going to notify me constantly. But they were there for the vibes. The vibes are important. You should be in your ideal temperature area now. Oh, is it not at the edges? Okay. I guess I need to adjust the temperature more. Another cooler. Yeah, this area is still too Too hot. Too hot. Let's stick one right here in this corner. Actually, if I could just get it. I'll hide it in amongst this grass. Let's see if this fixes it. Can this little patch cool, please? Let's move you, I guess. You can just go down here. There we go. And you can get moved this way more. I think I've now cooled some areas too much, which is going to cause just as much of an issue. I've now made things too cold. Let's scrap and do again, since it wasn't even. Because the ambient zoo temperature is, I can actually just adjust the temperature. I want it to be like there. I want you to be like here. Where's the one I stuck up here? I want you to be like here. Tries to find all of my heating elements. Where's the other one I stuck down? Here? There we go. Right here. That's an otter, not heating element. It still looks like it's going to end up being too hot, but we'll see. How is this wrong? I thought you wanted between like 20 something. Did I read your temperature requirements wrong? Why hath thou forsaken me, my otter babies? See, you're happy. And the second you go here, you're not happy. So this temperature is right. Over here is right, but over here is wrong. I am very confused. Let me see if I'm missing something that I should apparently know. Nope. What are you angry with me for? I also find the heat maps so jarring, and I don't know why. So, see, they're happy when they're up here, which means this temperature should be fine. It must just have areas that aren't reaching that. So if I put this down a little bit, let's put this down to, can you go down to 21 please? And then see if the areas it loops to evens out the temperature. Can this please go down one? I don't like how fidgety this is. I can hear them squeaking though, and it's making me really happy. I like the little squeak sounds they make. I think it's the water too, but I will adjust it in a second once I've remembered to adjust this corner. Okay. So, water temperature too cold? Are you angry with the water temperature? Do I remember how to change the temperature of the water? No. But do I use the temperature regulator? Maybe. This might mess up other enclosures though. Doesn't really have one. So, you know, you can stay here and I'll place another one. Let's get a water temperature regulator placed for you. So, time for me to remember how to do this. Let's stick one here. And then this is going to affect all three of them though. Might not be a problem actually because the other one of them is African penguins. Are the otters going to stop screaming at me? Stop with the J, pick the otter. Okay. The otters are no longer angry. Very angry with me. We have managed to get the enclosure to be acceptable. And look at all those green bars. Green bars everywhere to be seen. Have we got all of the otters moved in? I can't remember how many I put in here. Yes, we have. Lots of otters. So I most definitely do need to fix my work zone. And then I think we're basically good. So this goes in this work zone, and so does this. That should be everything. Make sure that it then has staff. And look at that! I did it! I built an otter enclosure that has underwater viewing. This is what you wanted from me. This is it. You set me a challenge, and I did it. Are you proud of me? Look at what we can achieve when we work together. We've come so far from me being very tired and having not slept and trying to understand what you guys meant when you told me how to build this. Even saying next challenge underwater tunnel? No, do not make me angry. Absolutely not. But we did it. Let's get a lovely shot of the jetty for our thumbnail. We've got some sleeping otters on the jetty, and this is perfect. So for our thumbnail today, we're going to celebrate that we did it. We did it. We built it. Look, oh, I need to do it again because this one's doing a little walk now. And if that isn't just the cutest thing. We did it. We did it. Look at them. Look at them living their little otter-tastic life. And if you want to see me meet real Asian small clawed otters and freak out about how adorable they are, then you could do that over on our YouTube where we do have an animal talk where I got to be so lucky to go and meet these guys in real life. In real life. I get to see them. Look at them. Look how cute they are. They're just the cutest. Look at them all. Adorable. Adorable. So yeah, that's the otter enclosure. I did it. I did it. So now I just need to check some messages quickly. Do not mind me. We do fun off-stream things. Ooh, mysterious. You'll never know. You'll never know. Which would be much easier if I didn't have insane lag. But say la vie. And yeah, now I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. People saying it looks like the otters are doing a catwalk on the deck. People are starting to make otter sounds. Lydia saying they're going to cry. So cute, I know. Eben saying, all jokes aside, I'm really proud of you. This habitat's absolutely amazing. The foliage work is really, really good. You did an amazing job. Thank you. Simba saying the otters approve of their habitat. I hope so. They like it. I did it. It's got many detail. I really like foliage and rock work. I like habitats that look really lush and natural. I really like how this area turned out. I like the little mossy overgrown rocks. I think it makes a nice vantage area. Not as excited about filling this entire area in, but I do actually think if I fill this in with rock work that matches here, if I continue the sand rock, it will actually create like quite a nice visual. I just don't really want to have to do it. But I suppose I will get there. And then, yeah, I need to figure out what's next. I can't remember what we'd planned. Somebody said they like the verticality. Yes, I very much agree. I really like the trees and how this gives this view. I also like the idea of just like, you're a guest, you're in the wrong place. Please, there you go. You're a guest, you're coming along. You can easily see this like giant tree and have it as like a marker point in the zoo. So if you want to see those otters, you know exactly where you're going. You know that you follow the giant tree and you get into some cute otter content. The cutest of otter content. What are people complaining about? One's without power, that I know. And this one's inaccessible. It's on a staff path. Oh, did I forget to connect it to the staff path? It's fine. It's fine. I don't need brain cells. Okay, this needs rotated. It's fine. I never claimed to be smart. Let me rotate you. There we go. There. Okay. I fixed my oopsie. The one without power is just because there's one over there that there's a lamppost shoved down that I haven't hooked up to something yet. But I'll figure that out when I end up deciding where the power is. But yeah. We did it. And yeah, there's so many guests. At least they all seem to be fans of their exciting new otters. Look at them. Look at them enjoying their area. I'm very happy for them. So, that is probably about all we have time for this week, folks. Sorry it's come to another end, but I do in fact have plans tonight, so I cannot stay here indefinitely. But thank you so much for joining me for another week here at PlanElt Zoo. It's been 20 weeks! 20 weeks of this, guys, of me and you and our wonderful community building this project together. I cannot believe we have come so far for my first streams where I was so nervous and I was so scared to come on here and do it. And now look where we are and what we're achieving. And we're going to keep growing and achieving so much more. Every week is a challenge and a learning experience for me, and you guys have made it so easy and so accessible, and that is what I really want to show with this community. But of course, if you've been here recently, you will know that this is not the end. We are going to go and to raid another creator that is streaming. So please come and join, because if you've been joining in while we've been raiding, the excitement they have when we appear is wonderful, and that's the energy we want in the PlanElt Zoo community. We want to show people the love we have for this game, get more people streaming it, and get to share that excitement and that love. And you guys have been so supportive here for me, so let's go and show that to somebody else that is doing their best and trying it out. So that is all for me this week. Thank you guys, gals, and non-binary pals. But stick around as I end this, and we are going to go and raid KK Goods, and I'm going to be looking for you all in the chat, showing the same kind of love as we've had here while I'm jumping into. Till next week. Bye, guys!